man. You looking for that good stuff?
Always, man. Is it killer?
Oh, man, this stuff is so killer. You got money?
How much?
You got $10?
Yeah, man.
I don't know, you fool. Let me see the money.
Yeah, man.
You take that and you enjoy, brother.
I literally fucking played bass on this CD.
Live from the Lung Cancer Cafe, it's the PDCares Podcast!
Hey everybody, here we are. My man, Slim, what's up?
What's up, man?
PDCares Podcast episode 10.
10?
Episode 10.
Oh, wow.
Rolled one.
Can't believe we made it this far.
Dude, it's like...
We haven't been killed by any of our guests.
Right?
You know? Added some new stuff since the first one.
It's ever evolving.
We should have a best of. Like the top 10 best episodes.
I mean, we could do that.
Yeah.
Top 10 best episodes. I think we should start with... I don't know what would be the best one. We got fucking Rain.
Yeah. Woo! You could probably do like audience cheering, like segment, like, you know.
Okay, they just cheered for us.
Okay. It was amazing, like tons of rain.
Tons of rain, dude. Like, holy fuck.
You see lightning, thunder, and all that
Yeah,
shit?
dude, it was crazy. I was like getting ready to make like Noah and get the fuck outside with
driving.
the fucking plans and start building a fucking boat.
I was driving and was like, oh God, where's PD?
Right? Oh my God, there's rain.
It wasn't so bad. Not like driving back east or, you know, in the south. There's some weather, people.
Well, I mean, if you're not used to it, it can affect your driving.
Especially after playing a gig and I just want to go to sleep. Go to the moon.
I just want to go to the moon and sleep. I'm on tour. So yeah, let's ask Herb what he thought about the weather. Herb, how's the weather out there? Hot band of the week.
Hot band of the week.
Yes.
On fire.
Hot band of the week this week is Navin. Super, super awesome power metal act from the Sacramento area.
Around Bay for
some Bay
long
roots,
time.
Some Bay roots in there. Killer twin guitar attack. Powerful soaring vocals by Mr. Norman Skinner. If you haven't checked out Navin, you should check them out on all the social media platforms. They've got some shows coming up if you're in the area. You can check them out at the Boardwalk October 15th. They're reopening that one. Love the Boardwalk. If you've ever been there, you know why we love it. Norman himself is performing with Bay Area Inner Thrash on October 29th at the Great American Music Hall.
Big show coming
Big
up.
show. Bunch of old
Bunch
school
of just people.
old school metal heavyweights.
Look it up on YouTube. It happened over at the Dynamo Festival in the Netherlands that we had talked about earlier.
A
With
couple episodes back.
Yeah.
But so they're bringing that here to the Bay Area.
one show, or it's only one show?
One show only that I know of.
Yep. Bay Area only.
So, right. Membership has its privileges, motherfuckers. But if you do want to see that, it's the Great American Music Hall, October 29th. Craig Cicero, Harold Oyman, and a cast of others, including Norman. So make sure you check that out. And you can also catch Navin if you're in the LA area. You can also catch him at LA Burning Fest 3. They're there with Russ the Boss, Tim the Ripper Owens, and many others. That is at Bricks Rock Bar, November 18th. Check them out on all your favorite platforms, Spotify, Amazon, Apple Music. Check out their social media. You can find them on Facebook. You can find them, I'm guessing, on Insta and everywhere else.
October. Love this time of year. Already asked you a question.
It's fucking Rocktober, Slim.
Rocktober. Pardon me.
What the
Mr.
fuck is
PD.
wrong with you?
So we're going to keep it on the same path that we were kind of last week with the Halloween spirit. And we're kind of dig into your past a little bit, maybe present, depending on if you got something snazzy hanging out in your closet. What is probably the best costume that you've ever had? Or like, you know, what brings back the most like, hey, you know, the feels?
I guess the first one I like remember was like Buck Rogers, plastic mask, plastic bodysuit.
Oh yeah, the old school, just
Right,
Halloween,
just trash.
just
Halloween
it, one
crap.
size fit all.
Right,
fucking,
they're selling that shit for $5 at the fucking Woolworth or whatever the fuck you
I
got.
think it was just like a Glad bag redecorated,
dude,
in a
right, with
plastic
a print
mask.
on the front. They were making money hand over fist. Those guys were smart. But then they're, you know, over time, right? we'll say I wasn't from a necessarily well-to-do family. And so sometimes we had to get a little creative with the costuming. I was a vampire so many times, I can't tell you, Slim. Like different variations on a theme, but always the same basic motif with the same basic elements. And I was a vampire for fucking ever, dude.
I mean, it's a go-to.
It's a classic,
You know?
right? And if you do it right, you can really make that thing spooky and creepy and weird. I was always, of course, like the late 70s, early 80s version of a vampire, which was fucking, fucked. It was so fucked. But nowadays, like, it would be rad to do that.
Right.
But I guess over the course of time, those are probably the ones that stick out to me. There was never anything, like, super crazy that I remember doing. You know what? I did do a mummy costume one time that was pretty bitchin'.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd you do that all out?
So we got a bunch of strips and we fucking soaked it in coffee.
No.
And then I put on like thermals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Thermal bottom, thermal top, and then we wrapped that shit in the bandages. It was that was a pretty dope one, and I didn't remember that till just now, dude. Yeah, that was a pretty dope one, the mummy. All right, Slim shout out of the week time.
Yeah. I think I know where this is going.
Well, I mean, it could go either way.
Yeah. At least it's a shout out. That's good
But
news.
it's a shout out, so that's obviously a good
well,
thing.
I can't really say good news.
Sometimes I don't think people get enough credit for the hard work they put into the biz or being part of the music business or whatever.
Not even necessarily the musicians, but the people outside of that.
The people in the background, the ones you never hear about. The venue owners, the promoters, the graphic artists, the stage hands, the
before
vendors,
the show even happens.
Before the show even happens.
Yeah.
And so just a shout out to all those guys. There was a recent festival here in our area that we'll say prematurely canceled.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of speculation and talk out there about, what intentions are, this, that, and the other. I'm not here to speculate. Not my fucking job. But I would give all those dudes that were behind the scenes on that and took it in the face and kept their chin up and are going to keep grinding. Shout out to those dudes, man. And shout out to all the unsung motherfuckers in the background.
Yeah. Because in an event like this, where there's that many bands, not just local, but even internationally known bands that were going to perform along with all the vendors and everything, you don't get that a lot in California, aside from...
I mean, you get like 3 festivals a year around here.
Yeah, if that. And there needs to be more because it does so much for everyone there as well as the communities.
Tax dollars are a thing. Hotel revenues are a thing. Restaurant revenue is a thing. When people try to do these things, they're really trying to help. I always try to look at these things with the best intentions, but sometimes that doesn't work out, obviously. I mean, there are some shady fucks in the music business, let's be honest. But that being said, I'm still not going to speculate or judge. I'm going to base my judgment on all that stuff on my personal relationships with the people I know that were involved and let it ride from there. I'm not going to, worry about it. It's not my circus, not my monkeys. But at the same time, like I said, those people in the background, they deserve credit, man. They're out there working hard. Some of those dudes are investing of themselves freely.
Yeah.
Freely.
Yeah. And it's not just them. It's anyone out there, like we said, behind the scenes of the shows before any of these shows ever happen that are doing this. There's plenty of times you don't get that.
Riggers, light handlers, cameramen, ticket vendors, concession vendors, merch vendors. I mean, the list of
people gotta
involved,
piss, so you gotta have the toilet people.
You gotta
there.
have people on toilets. You gotta have water. You gotta have medical. You gotta have security or police. I mean, literally everyone behind the scenes for a production like that of that magnitude. Shout out.
All for one band to get 30 minutes, 45 minutes on stage. Tops. But those guys are there the entire time.
Right. So shout out to all the backline workers of all your favorite music festivals. They're working hard.
Fuck yeah.
Give them a little credit. I don't understand why some people spend years, decades, possibly in some instances, learning how to perform some skill, any fucking skill. I don't even give a fuck what the skill is. Only to sabotage themselves at every fucking opportunity they get. Like, are you fucking afraid to be successful? Or are you just a bitch? I mean, what is the fucking story? I get it if you have some kind of extraneous issue, like an illness of some kind, or something traumatic has happened in your life. Okay, fine, right? But if you're one of these motherfuckers who has talent of some kind falling out of your ass because you've taken the time to cultivate that, and you're fucking blowing your foot off all the time because your bitch ass is afraid of success, and you want to fucking drag everybody down with you, eat a fucking glass sandwich, fuck off and die in a corner. No one cares. No one cares. PDCares.
Stop.
Today we have with us a singer extraordinaire from probably many bands you've heard. If you've heard of Magica, Dire Apparel, Skinner, or the incredible Navin, you've heard of this guy, Mr. Norman Skinner.
What is up?
How you doing, Norm?
I'm doing great.
Awesome. Glad you're here.
Hell yeah, man. I'm in Patrick's Garage Lounge.
That's the story.
I've heard legendary tales of this place.
Dude, this place is a disaster. It is where dreams come to die.
They say if you're brave enough to go into Devil's Taint.
That's a thing, dude. Devil's Taint is a thing. If you're here, then you have gone somewhere you shouldn't have gone, made a turn you shouldn't have made. That all being said, I know you watched the show.
Yes, I do.
So I know you're ready for 5 questions. My favorite part about this segment is like when you get people who don't watch the show and you hit them with that shit cold and they got that like just stunned silence for like 3 seconds and then they scramble for an answer. It's
Right.
great. I love that shit. But since you're ready, let's see if we can mix it up on you a little bit. At least keep it interesting.
Crap.
So let's come in with the easy, slow softball.
Sure.
If you had to go to jail for a year or war for a year, which would you take?
I would go war.
War. Tell me why.
So there 2 reasons I would pick war. One, I would definitely trade a higher level of danger for my freedom.
Okay.
I don't like that I'd be confined and have to follow,
Right.
at least, And 2, I like to know who my enemies are.
Fair enough. I mean, that's realistic.
Right.
No confinement, and you get to know who the enemy is. All right, I'll take it.
Cool.
Question number 2. If you had to teabag a shark or a tiger, which one would it be?
Oof. You know what? I think I'm going to go shark. He'll just be over quicker and they've got the razor sharp teeth. I think
Just
that
end the madness as fast as you can.
get it over with and just be like, well, that happened.
I mean, the matter of factness. Well, that happened.
I mean, I just could see a tiger would have just way too much fun.
Right.
And it would go
Just-
on. Yeah.
All bad.
Yeah.
All fucking bad with the tiger. Number 3, let's see. What do we got here? Do your parents know you masturbate?
They have to. I mean, I've never been caught. I've been, walked in on in the act of love making.
Were you
but-
making whoopee?
Yeah, we were. All of a sudden, this turned into the newlywed game.
Right? Shit just went way, way old in here.
You do know, Brian, you're going to have to put that newlywed music game.
Right? Like,
Thanks a lot.
yeah, I mean, editing's a thing.
Right. But come on. Everybody does it. I'm sure that there's an inkling, an idea.
Well, I mean, so there's 2 kinds of people in the world, the ones that do and the ones that lie.
Right. I do.
So,
I think I did before I came here.
So, question number 4. If you had to eliminate one song from humanity's existence, what would it be?
Okay. So,
Now, I know you've been thinking about this one.
yeah. So, that song, Life is a Highway?
Tom Cochran.
Yeah. And then it was redone by the Rascal Flat guys, too.
Right.
I hate that song with a passion. I hate it. Actually, I notice I hate a lot of songs about freeways. I hate that Freeway of Love song, too.
I mean, okay, well, so let's address this one catastrophe at a time. Life is a Highway. I really like old school Tom Cochran, like when he was singing with Red Rider. Like Lunatic Fringe is fucking awesome.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Life is a Highway. It was just over commercialized and therefore oversaturated. And it just grinds your soul to death, dude.
No,
The Aretha song is just tragic that they made that poor woman sing that horrifically
Right.
fucking badly written song.
if I could add one other little thing.
Okay.
And you're a football fan.
I mean, I might have seen a game or 2.
Right. So I think, that stupid nationwide jingle that they have all these different people. I mute it. I cannot take it. I don't care what kind of artist, country, pop, whatever you put on there. That jingle sucks.
Well, I mean, what if you could repurpose that jingle, though, right? Like, Astroglide gets you inside, right?
It'd make me laugh the first time. After that, I think I would still hate it.
Like, if you could repurpose that jingle, I fucking killed Brian. He's fucking dead. Yes, he's fucking dead. I killed him. All right, so
Call the coroner.
I'll never be able to hear that commercial the same again.
and my work here is complete.
Well, during the game when that comes on, you just have to text him that
Right.
line.
the whole day Sunday, that's all he's gonna hear. Fucking Peyton Manning singing "Astroglide get you inside." Fucking ruined. I've ruined Brian forever. I think that's it. We're done with this episode. Thanks, everybody. All right. So what was that? That was 4.
That was 4.
That was 4. Norm. Now it's time for my favorite question. The question that, like, when we thought of it, I was like, oh my God, I need 1,000 more of those questions right there. If you were a Muppet, whose hand is acceptable?
All right. So being a Muppet, I would guess that is the most intimate thing
I mean,
for, come on.
if
right?
you're made of felt, I mean, that could be a thing.
Right. And I'm some people, I'm sure they think like, oh my God, that would be, but if you're a Muppet, you're probably like, yeah, this is some good stuff. So I'll go with my, my celebrity crush. So it's Isla Fisher.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys know who that is, but
Brian, can we get a picture of Isla Fisher?
a very sexy one. So you ever seen like Wedding Crashers?
Yes.
You know that hot little redhead? That's
Okay.
her.
All right.
Yeah. So and she
Yeah.
And she's got little hands too. So I think it'd be
All
nice and
right.
delicate. Yeah.
Isla Fisher. Interesting choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I could see the attraction for that. I could.
If you're gonna have some Muppet fun, go for it.
I mean, well, so the thing is with Muppets, right? Like, they get fisted, but essentially, like, Muppets are like felt fleshlights. I mean, really, wouldn't they be?
I've never used a Muppet that way, but yes, I know what you're saying.
I mean, I
kind
don't
of a
have a
dark
Muppet either,
interpretation.
but
Right.
but I mean, that's what we're basically saying, right? Is that they're felt fleshlights. That should be a new one, felt fleshlight. I think I'm going to use that.
I think
Kind of like Twat Waffler and like
Sure,
all
sure.
the rest of them. Felt fleshlight. I
the,
like
the washing instructions on that might be rough.
Hashtag felt fleshlight. Yes. That's going to be the tag. I think so. All right. So enough shenanigans. That went way too quick. He thought about it too much. It's way more fun when I get them and they just don't know.
He was ready. He was.
He
like
was.
rapid fire.
He was dialed in, dude. He's
Yep.
like,
I'm a real fan.
I dig
the
the real
PDCares.
fans, the real ones. This is a real one.
I'm feeling it. I was so honored when you said you watched all the episodes.
I
was
watch
like,
all of it weekly, and you should too.
Amen, brother. Amen. So with that being said, I know you're a busy man. I know you got your iron in a lot of fires because you're that way. Tell me what is new and exciting for Navin and or Skinner.
So Navin, they're finishing up keyboard stems.
Keyboard steps are fun.
Right. So as soon as that's done, it's vocal time
Vocal
for album
time.
number 3. So I'm almost on deck. So I'll be recording some vocals for third album soon. We signed with new management. It starts October 1st. So I can't really say much about it yet. So right now the plan is just to get the album out and see what's the new strategy plan is. And then for Skinner, I have my new album, The Dark Design, is done. I'm doing a little bit of shop. Honestly, I'm on the fence. I'm not sure if I want to self-release and like do everything myself. Not release to the merch table. We're talking like proper self-release,
Well,
doing all the stuff.
And so there's a
Oracle,
thing with that.
Yeah.
Video, PR, radio,
Exactly. You have to have
Spotify, whatever you're trying to do.
everything
Pro
across
level.
the board, right?
Right.
So I've been around. I'm sure you've been around a long time too. It's a lot of work, but you can do it.
Right. It can be totally done if you. I mean, I've
Right.
always said that this business is very simply money and connections, and if you have those two things, you can do anything you fucking want.
Yep. So I'm just we'll see. I'm not sure if I want to deal with a label for this one or if I want to do it myself. So we'll see. But new singles and everything's coming out soon.
I'm
One way or the other.
excited. That sounds good. I love me some Skinner, and of course, the Big N. Everybody loves the Big N.
The Big Norman. Yeah.
Hey, he's got jokes. All kidding aside, I appreciate you, my guy. Thank you for
You're
coming out
welcome.
and doing 5 questions and hanging out and having a couple laughs. Where can they find your music?
So for Navin fans, you can go to navin.com. And let me spell that. Actually, I don't want to spell. You guys got editing.
We got
more work for
editing.
Brian. It's engineer extraordinaire, right?
Producer Brian is the king.
Yes. So more work for him. But Navin.com for everything Navin. And then if you want to know more about my other projects, past and present, go to normanskinner.net. And I have all videos and playlists and everything's on there.
Nice.
Socials, all that stuff.
One last question.
Okay.
Got $10. It's weekly challenge time. However,
A little something different.
yeah, we're gonna change this up a little bit. Since Snoop and Willie are fucking colossal bitches and are hiding out from us,
Scared.
scared as fuck.
They don't want to go to the moon.
We're gonna change the weekly challenge up, and so what we're gonna do is our guest
This
this
guy.
week happens to be Norm, as well as Slim.
You know, I just think this is the first time I've ever been on camera with the guest before.
Weird. This place might burn to the ground. Anyway,
Sort of, I guess you could say.
so Norman, Slim, producer Brian, and myself are being entered into a pool. We're going to get a wheel and change this. But for now, we're using names in a cup. And so we're going to have Norm draw the name from the cup. And we're going to find a new challenge every week on some social media platform that we're going to do with a guest. Or we're going to put them all on a wheel and whatever. But for this week, we're doing the Cinnamon Challenge.
Classic.
The classic Cinnamon Challenge. So what we want you to do is after Norm draws the name, and while you're watching this, we want you to duet it and take the challenge with the lucky contestant. So put it on your social media and let us see us, tag us. We want to see you doing the shit too. Anyway, Norm, are you ready?
I am ready. I love how you treat guests.
I mean, what did you think was going to happen? You fucking know me.
Should have expected the unexpected.
I don't know, man. It's just in the way the guests treat me every now and then.
All right. So
That was a random weed guy joke. Well done, sir. Okay, go ahead. Take a name,
we go.
Norman.
Drum roll.
All right. So you're going to place that in my hand. And our lucky victim is going to be nice. Nice.
Oh, shit. Nice.
So for anyone playing at home, I guess I'm doing the fucking challenge this week.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be me.
Wow. I can't believe
Let's
that. I
get to it,
swore, when he
boys.
said nice, I swore it was going to be me. He's like,
I'm going to do it. I'm going to take one for the team.
shall we change location?
Yeah, that. Fuck. Karma's had it coming for me for a while, so, I mean, well, it helps if you don't dump it. This is going to be fun. My shit is on fire.
took it like a champ.
Totally.
Dude, I'm a fucking G, bro. I hope one of you guys get that shit. That's fucking, yeah.
I don't want to be going to that right now.
Yeah, you look stoked.
That's a nice thing.
Dude, it instantly makes your entire fucking, like, at first it's like fine, right? And then it makes your whole fucking mouth instantly dry.
Well, the best was we would see the smoke. It looked like you were going to the moon, but you weren't. The cinnamon smoke coming out.
Dude, it like devil's taint in my mouth. Man, we've done it.
10 episodes down.
Right?
Is anybody watching?
I mean, I know one dude for sure is watching like
yep.
every episode. Verified by, anecdotes from the episodes.
Nice. Nice.
So, like, he's legit in there. So
There's
we have
one. One. I will take it.
Right? If you're out there watching this, please like, subscribe, share it with your friends, check out our TikTok. I'm Patrick. This is Damien. Make sure you check out Altman Studios in Brentwood, California for all your podcast, audio, video needs.
Mr. Producer Brian in the back.
Producer Brian in the back.
Thank you as
Appreciate your
always.
love. Slim.
PD.
Always a pleasure, my dude.
Awesome, man. We'll see you next time.
Later.
I'm about to break out one last chance to hide. I've had enough. I'm on the cusp. I'm about to break. Don't listen. Miss me with that bullshit. Miss me with that bullshit. Miss me with that bullshit.
suckers blowing every minute. P.T. Barnum, bitches.